Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all having a great day so far. Another nice morning, and it'll translate into a really nice day, afternoon as well.
Yeah, I'm forecasting more of the same. This wonderful stretch of weather continues to roll on. Now, really, things are going to change tomorrow. So this is kind of the last run of at least below normal temp days. Normal is around 86, 87. That's where we'll be tomorrow. And then the above normal temps Friday into Saturday. So we'll dig into that a little bit. Of course, a lot of you may be going to the Pirate game. At 8 a.m. I'm going to dig into that forecast. But right now I can tell you this. We're looking good. It's going to be hot, but we're going to be dry. So don't worry about rain for the Pirate game or the Collard Festival going on tomorrow night, Friday night, and then all day Saturday. Looks good for that as well. So we'll kind of get into those details. A pattern change next week. A little wetter, a little muggier. Temps are going to come back down to the low 80s, but it's been a bit of a dry run here, so we're going to change that up a little bit late Sunday into next week. So dig into that as well, coming up here in just a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Before we get into all of that, we do have a story coming out of Greenville. Yesterday, our Chris Cook spoke with Greenville police just about an issue that's been in the community for quite a few years now. A lot of complaints they get over loud mufflers, people, their cars just, making really loud noises out and about. And one senior living community in Greenville yet again has reported that it's just annoying for their residents and a little bit of a nuisance. So we spoke with a few people just about these loud mufflers, and even Greenville police about some of the ways that these loud mufflers can be illegal, especially if you alter them in ways to make them loud or however you want to use them. I'm not really sure how.
Well, I know a certain number of decibels if you exceed that.
Yeah.
And then there's the emissions laws as well.
Okay, yeah.
If you start damaging your muffler, the emissions go down. So there's a couple of different aspects, I think, on these mufflers that they can nail you for.
Okay.
But it is common. I mean, teenagers, when I was a teenager, we used to do things to our car to get a little more horsepower, make a little noise out of it. So I understand why they're doing it. This just happens to be in one of those zones, where you've got people more sensitive to the loud noise, and it may be an area where there's maybe close to a high school or something more frequent where they see a lot of that, I would assume.
So we're going to take a look at what GPT had to say about it.
If you live in Greenville, you've probably heard it yourself. Vehicles with loud mufflers driving through the city. In the Cypress Glen retirement community, residents say loud mufflers and other vehicle noise wake them up in the middle of the night. But one of those residents says what really bothers her is what she hears in the evenings.
Well, because you can't sit on the porch and have a conversation or have people over on a lovely evening and have coffee and dessert on the porch, because it's a constant pop, pop, pop and loud mufflers.
A large group of residents at Cypress Glen took their complaints to City Council last month, hoping for change. And now Greenville police say they've heard their cries for help and are hoping to help the problem. They say they're planning PSAs to let drivers know it's illegal in North Carolina to modify your muffler and make it louder. They're also using their Good Neighbor initiative to go door to door and let people know how to be a good neighbor. But this year they're adding something.
What we've done this year that we haven't done in the past is we've added information specifically about North Carolina law as it relates to mufflers.
Major Montaigne says constant education is key when it comes to this, because new students are always coming into the city who might not know that altering their muffler is against the law here. As for Cypress Glen, their executive director says she doesn't expect it to stop completely, but she hopes this will help.
And frankly, we just want to be good neighbors, and we're just asking that the people nearby or the people that are traveling through the nearby areas are good neighbors to us as well.
Yeah, I think that's interesting to bring up, that a lot of people come here from out of state, so they don't realize that what they've already done to their car can be illegal here.
Yeah, there's a lot of different aspects to this
Yeah.
law or these rules or whatever. But certainly, I know you put a hole in the muffler, it's going to get louder.
Yeah,
But a lot of
for
kids
sure.
do that, and they do it intentionally to get
Yes.
that kind of revvy, horsepowery sound out of it. So I don't know exactly how you solve that.
Right.
I don't know if fines are going to work. But again, I think it's a common deal with teenage, probably guys in particular.
Mm-hmm.
We're always messing around with our cars and doing things that are probably on the edge of legal, no doubt about it.
All right, well, now let's turn over to weather. I
Yeah.
know we've got a lot to talk about with the game coming up. We got ECU, we got the Collard Festival. We just have a lot of really awesome events going on in ENC, especially this weekend when things are getting a little bit hotter.
Spring season, autumn season, outdoor events, they start
Yeah.
cranking up. And of course, the Collard Festival, one of the big ones down in Ayden. The rides will open up tomorrow night. And I think the organizers got to be happy with what they're seeing weather-wise. I'll kind of dig into that. The heat is going to come up quite a bit, but it's doable, and it's only a couple of days of it, Friday and Saturday, before we kind of bring those numbers back down. We're in September now.
Right.
The 90-degree days aren't going to last much longer.
Yeah.
The writing's on the wall, so to speak.
countdown's on, yeah.
Yes, the countdown is on. Thank you. That's kind of what I was looking for. Now let's switch over. We'll get into the weather graphics. I'll start you with our tropical update. So yesterday morning, I was talking about this tropical wave out in the deep Atlantic. We've been watching this thing, it seems like, for a week already, and we're going to continue to watch it probably for another 1 to 2 weeks, the way the model data is looking. The development area really hasn't changed much. The Hurricane Center examines a lot of different computer model data. They kind of average things out, and most of the models showing low pressure coming together, driving almost due westward, maybe a little touch of a northerly component on that west track, and slowly organizing, strengthening, becoming a more well-defined system. So that probability has come up a little bit further to 70%. And again, you look at it, hey, I don't see anything out there. And there isn't anything. This is all based on future potential data on how things are going to evolve given the current state of the atmosphere. And that's a key component with computer modeling. You take the present data, you input all that data into a computer model, big equations, mathematical formulas, and it spits out how things are going to evolve over the coming days. And most of the data says Gabrielle will form maybe towards the western edge of that red polygon out there, headed towards the Antilles, late weekend, early next week. Could that data be bad? Sure. This thing may never get going, but it probably will. As far as where it goes beyond that, it's too early to speculate. I did mention quite a bit on TV on the show this morning. The bulk of the data does show a northward turn, staying off the U.S. coast, but it's a slow mover, and this is what makes it a little tougher, Gigi. The slow movement of the system. If you've got a system moving at a good clip, tracking along, it's easier to forecast how it's going to track over time.
Right.
The patterns are more set. You're not going as far out in time, but this slow movement with this system, we may see a shift or a change in the pattern as we get out towards the middle of next week, and that may change how that thing ends up tracking. So you don't want to get too specific on the long-range data yet. All right, as far as other potential areas of development, and it's early September, a lot of times we're watching 3 or 4 areas of development. Right now it's just that one area, which is really good news. The Caribbean's good, Gulf of Mexico's good. The showers and storms lined up from, I would say, just a little west of Bermuda there, all the way down to the Bahamas. Nothing showing signs of development, no area of low pressure. Doesn't mean we may not change that and see that, but even if something comes together out there, the general movement is towards the north-northeast along that line, well off the coast. So no immediate concerns there. All righty, so let's come back home. Let's dig into the local details. Sun-filled skies, nothing but blue up there. Even that little bit of high cloudiness on that background is probably too much. Comfortable, low 80s again this afternoon, like the last several afternoons. The satellite radar composite, you're seeing some raindrops well off the coast. Remember that axis of moisture I just showed down the tropical satellite? It's associated with that, those raindrops well offshore. No worries, it's not coming over us. So if you're doing the beach, you're good. I'll show you that rip current risk in a sec. Air temp, how about a 51 coming in on a Hosky gauge? I haven't seen numbers quite that low, probably since back towards maybe April. It's been several months. These are the coolest numbers I've seen yet this season. No 40s, but boy, we're awfully close. This is as low as they'll get. The sun's up. They're climbing now. That 55 in Greenville will head towards an 82 or an 83 this afternoon. Winds 5 to 10. North wind today. That'll turn south tomorrow. So today, another low 80-degree day under the sun-filled skies. A south wind tomorrow will bump those numbers up. I'll show you that in a sec. If you're doing the beach today, high risk of dangerous rip currents continues along the outer banks from the Oregon Inlet north and south all the way down to Hatteras Point. And then we transition more to a low risk. Ocracoke, by the way, a moderate risk. And we go to low along the Crystal Coast. 3-footers north, 1 to 2 footers south, and that wind 10-15 out of the north-northeast. Low tide, 10 a.m., high tide coming around 5 o'clock this afternoon. All righty, so south wind tomorrow, north today, low 80s. Southerly wind or southwesterly tomorrow will jump that high up towards 87 as we get into the afternoon. Here comes the heat. Collard Festival. Again, the rides tomorrow evening, just the rides open tomorrow evening, but you can get one of those pay one price wristbands. Those of you that really love the festival rides tomorrow evening, that's the go time. You're going to get in all the rides you can for one price. I don't know exactly what that wristband is, probably 20 or 25 bucks. Ride all you want. Friday, the rides, the vendors will be open as well Friday evening, so head out after work, grab some dinner. Check out all the vendors. The Aiden Art Show, you'll be able to check all that out at the community center as well. They always put on a great show. And then all day Saturday, 80 at 10 a.m., parade 10 a.m. Saturday. Should be perfect weather for the parade. And then we'll hit that 90-degree mark Saturday afternoon. Mostly sunny skies, winds under 10. Into the evening hours, about 87 at 6 p.m. The collard eating contest will take place at 2 p.m. Saturday, downtown Aden. How much collard? How many? Is it a collard or leaves?
That's a good question. Collard leaf. How many? How much collard? If anyone knows, collard bunches.
Yeah, bunches. Maybe it's bunches.
Yeah.
Yes, heads like a head of lettuce. Regardless, the collard eating contest taking place at 2 p.m. on Saturday. So enjoy. Say real quick hello to Melissa Denton over on Facebook, fellow Hudson Valley person. That's where I grew up, Poughkeepsie, New York, in the Hudson Valley. This time of the year, I'm always thinking about the Hudson Valley because the leaves. You get into upstate New York, the color up there as you head into autumn, one of the most beautiful places. I mean, we have amazing color in our mountains, but the Hudson Valley in New York.
Yeah, we just had a story yesterday about fall foliage, and I think the top place was, or one of the top places was the Hudson Valley.
Okay, yeah.
So.
It's West Point all through up to Poughkeepsie, all the way through Albany. Beautiful as we head over the next couple of months up there. And our mountains as well. Blue Ridge Parkway. Have you done the Blue Ridge Parkway yet?
I have not, no, but I've heard wonderful
things. Put it on the list. Yeah, another great place to visit. All right. If we still have time, I'll pull the 8-day up.
8-day up.
Yep, and we'll drop that up there. And again, I'll talk Pirate football at 8 a.m. when we're back up. Sunny today, tomorrow, Friday, 82, 87 to 90. Low 90 Saturday. So yeah, we crank the heat up, but rain is unlikely. Even a 20% I feel like might be too high on Saturday. That's more of a just in case things change a little, but the bulk of the data says dry right now. And then later Sunday, I am seeing some rain there, post 3 or 4 p.m. Sunday. Scattered showers and storms. Take those 90s, get them out of here. Low 80s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and continued rain chances. Frontal boundary hanging out along the coastline. So we're on the cooler side of the front, the low 80-degree side, but the moisture is still there. So we may get some showers popping up here and there from late weekend through at least the first half of next week. Stay tuned for those rain chances, variations, and fluctuations in that. Say it slow.
All right. Well, thank you, Jim. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Just also want to say hello to George in our comments. Good morning to you, and good morning to everyone joining us. We'll be back at 8 o'clock with another news and weather update, so hope you can join us then.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.